खूप भलो.
Wonderful.
Yes,
Good.
yes,
I'm glad that we are doing this now. This is our fourth, if I'm not mistaken.
yes.
And nowadays, when you have a fairly tight schedule of work from Monday to Friday, I actually look forward to having these conversations with you
Hmm.
and do this recording. I
Yeah,
hope the feeling is same at your
yes.
end.
Of course.
Very good, very good. So, Baba, today we will discuss the topic. Let me tell you the topic. Let me tell you the topic. The topic is arranged marriages made in India.
Very good. Very good.
Okay,
Uh,
so you are a very experienced man in this domain.
my experience is just very simple. My marriage is arranged marriage,
Yes,
and your marriage is love marriage.
yes, yes, absolutely.
That is my
So,
experience.
absolutely. So I have six questions. I always start with the notion that this would be a 15-minute episode. It always goes beyond that, but I'm happy when it happens
It's
like
okay.
that.
It's okay.
Right. So let
Yeah.
me let me jump straight into the question, Baba. My first question, right? First question to you is, why do you feel marriages as an institution came into existence in the first place? You are a scientist, you are a poet, you are so many things into one. Why do you feel marriages as an institution came into existence in the first place? What is your take on that?
Let me tell you something very topical.
Okay, okay, yeah,
Today is Saraswati Puja.
yes, okay.
And in Jaipur, I was told
Hmm.
30,000 marriages are taking place today
Bob,
in Jaipur only.
today,
Yes.
is it so auspicious or what is it?
Yes, yes. Saraswati Puja means Vasant Panchami din.
Oh yes,
There,
yes,
there,
yes.
I mean, whole day you can have this thing.
Hmm.
I'm told, when I was, today we had our Saraswati Puja at our center.
Okay.
And then I was coming back, and then Sagar told me
Hmm.
that today is Saraswati Puja, and because of the Saraswati Puja, Vasant Panchami, um, you have 30,000 marriages in Jaipur.
Acha.
Now, I can
Okay.
tell you,
Hmm.
out of these 30,000 marriages, 29,990 marriages will be arranged marriages, and maybe 10 love
Will
marriages.
be
I mean,
right.
you can contest this since it is Jaipur. But I'm telling you, the most advanced places like Bombay or Delhi or say any
Right.
other place, the ratio will be something like 29,900 and 100, something
But
like
the,
that.
but
Mostly
but the story remains the same, pretty much. Be it
remains the
a
same.
tier one urban metro or a rural place.
Yes. And if you are talking about marriages and all that, the concept of marriage, this thing,
The institution of marriage. Why
yeah.
do you think it came into existence?
Let me tell you, marriages as an institution came into being in India in the fourth century.
Okay.
Such an old thing.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that was a time when you only have arranged marriages,
Hmm. Hmm.
nothing, and love had no role. Absolutely
No,
no.
which is fine. But even when it came in fourth
Yeah.
century, what was the purpose or need to have a marriage?
You see, marriage was never the union of two people. It
Hmm. Okay.
was
Hmm.
always the union of two families.
Right. Right. Right.
Politics and economics played a major role in marriages.
Fantastic.
Individuals had no role.
Okay.
They are getting married to someone, getting married, that's all. Marriages were always held like that, that
I get it.
you are
There
very,
was a
very
social
politically,
fabric attached to the entire concept.
yeah. And it is always the marriages between two families. And there was no love.
Okay.
And, and this continued for a very, very long time. Then individuals came into existence.
Right.
Like they got some kind of a leeway in the whole thing.
Hmm. Hmm.
And love came much later.
Right. Right. Right.
That is, I'm not talking about India only. I'm talking about the world. No,
Right. Right. Right.
no,
Right.
it
Right.
was a level playing field. then today you say that some countries are very advanced countries, some countries not a such an
But
advanced country.
when you say this, you make a very valid point. But in fact, you've kind of helped me get into a second question.
Hmm.
And my second question is, when we talk, like you said, in India there are two types of marriages. One is an arranged marriage. The other is more popularly called as love marriage, but essentially where the partners have identified each other as their wedding partners, right? So
Yes,
that's the so-called love marriage.
yes.
Having said so, and I'm not quoting data and making this conversation boring, but in India, like you said, the concept of arranged marriages is very strong even now,
Hmm.
in spite of all the advancement that we have done,
Yes,
even in the biggest cities,
yes,
and compared to the rest of the world,
yes,
including West and the eastern part of India, east of India,
yes.
the concept of arranged marriage is very predominant in a country like ours.
Hmm.
Why do you think in India particularly it was such a super success?
You see, you are always telling India,
Hmm.
but I will like to give you a perspective which is worldwide perspective.
Okay. Okay.
I look at it from a very different angle.
Hmm.
And it is just since you are asking me questions, it is coming to my mind.
Hmm.
I'm going to the, I know, I'm going to the basics of the whole thing.
Right.
When
Okay.
you are talking about arranged
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
on one hand, and you are talking about love on the other hand.
Right.
What is arranged? You arrange something
Okay.
that is arranged. What
Hmm.
is that? That is science.
Right. 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 Right.
What is love? You really don't care for arrangements and all that. Whatever you don't care for many things. You are in love with someone,
Hmm. Hmm.
and it is something like art.
Okay. 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 Okay.
So it is like this. So science came, and then art came.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
my again because of my background and all that. I'm
Right. Right. No,
totally biased towards science and engineering and all that. But
right.
if you're asking me a very, I never thought about all these things. It's just coming to my mind.
Absolutely.
It is like arranged means science and love means art, and that is why art follows science. But
Okay.
both are required. Both are required.
Right.
In one
Right.
case, in arranged marriage case, love is afterwards.
Right.
In love
Absolutely.
marriage, love is before and then. And after that, what happens is the same thing, same story.
Absolutely.
Whether you are in
Absolutely.
love marriage or through arranged marriage, after marriage, everything is same. Whether you are successful or not successful, I personally believe all marriages are kind of a what you call odd marriages in the sense
Hmm.
that we talk about all very very ideal things,
Right.
but
Right.
we
Right.
normally don't like to talk about non-ideal things. But
Right.
when
Right.
you're talking about, when again as an engineer I'm telling you there is no totally ideal thing. Some kind of non-ideality is always incorporated in any ideal thing.
Right.
How
So
much is that decides whether you're successful or not successful.
tell me one thing. Like you mentioned, may sound very cliche, but you said, like you very rightly mentioned, that once you are married, be it an arranged or when you've chosen your own partner, right? The direction the marriage takes is true, and for every marriage, it can go east, it can go west, it can go whichever direction, right?
Yes.
But by and large, is there a secret sauce of having a successful marriage? And like you mentioned, what is the concept of of falling in love in an arranged marriage? Since I, like you mentioned, chose my partner, I don't know about this. So that's my question to you, Bob.
You see, I've tried to understand love
Hmm.
very deeply,
Okay.
and I'm not too sure what is love.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's kind of a situation when you are living with someone, and you are from two different individuals. And when you are two different individuals, and you just take the crowd behavior.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
Crowd behavior is you have n number of individuals. In a marriage, you have two individuals,
Right, right,
but two very different individuals.
right, right,
Okay. Now, when we are coming together, there is bound to be some kind of a misunderstanding or whatever because of our backgrounds and all that.
right, right.
And the more successful marriages are where you can really adjust those kind of things,
Absolutely.
and
Right.
that makes you a successful marriage or fail. So it depends on a person to
So
person.
let me ask you a very straightforward personal question.
Yes,
When you got married, you were in your 30s, if I'm not mistaken,
yes.
right? And yes, you come from a tier two town, Kanpur, right? But you were doing your I think you were studying at IIT at that point of time. So, A, were you were you absolutely fine with the idea of an arranged marriage? And the second part is, now we know who your partner is. She's my mother. But when when your family was planning to get you married, or when you were of marriageable age, did you have any notion how your partner should be like? The two parts. A, were you absolutely comfortable with the idea of arranged marriage? Second, did you have any expectations of your life partner?
uh, First question,
Hmm.
what was that?
First question is, were you absolutely fine with the concept of an
I was
arranged marriage?
absolutely fine with arranged marriage
Okay. Okay.
because by then I got married when I was 30.
Right.
The I did not fall in love with someone. I might have liked so many people.
Absolutely. Right. Right.
Because that everyone likes.
Hmm. Hmm. Absolutely.
A film and you start liking the
Yes.
hero of the film
True.
and all that.
True.
But I was absolutely okay with arranged marriage.
Okay. Okay.
But I had expectations. Definitely, I
So
had.
what I want to, I'm curious, since you say you're absolutely fine with the idea of arranged marriage, but I'm sure you had something in mind when you'll after all spend your life with her.
Yes.
So what was that, if I may ask today?
You see, I think about it quite
Hmm. Hmm.
often.
Hmm.
And I think about it, for example, my time and your time, for example.
Yes.
Actually, as I told you in one of my talks,
Hmm.
my father did not, or my mother did not have any expectation from me
Right. Okay.
that I am going to excel in my life and all. They were very happy that yes, अच्छा लड़का निकल जाए बस ठीक है.
ठीक है.
नौकरी कुछ भी करे करता रहे. Same thing here.
हाँ.
When I was getting married, I am from a bracket which is very educated and all that,
Hmm.
and I am from a very middle class family.
Right.
And in my family, most of the marriages were arranged marriages,
Absolutely.
and very few, maybe out of 10, maybe one or two were love
Love
marriage.
marriage.
No?
Right. Right. Right.
But I was, I had, I was not very sure what kind of woman I want, but I was very sure what kind of woman I did not want. Don't ask me what kind of woman I did not want, but I was very sure what kind of woman I did not want. But I was
Okay.
not sure, it is something like this. You don't know what makes you happy, but you know what makes you unhappy.
Right.
Same
Right. Right. I
situation.
think I think a
I
nice
think
way of
that
putting this.
if this is the kind of girl is coming for my this thing as the proposal comes,
Right.
and if they ask me, and for your kind information, I can tell you I was one of the good eligible bachelors of the time.
Right.
I
Right.
was well educated. I was in a good job and all that.
Right. Right.
Many proposals were coming, and my father was very happy that so
Uh,
many proposals are coming.
right.
But
Right.
I had not seen or met anybody, nor I have taken any interest in any proposal.
Right.
It was like that. It will come, and I was not ready for marriage and all that.
Right.
I thought, and then your mass proposal came, and as you know, that it is an arranged marriage, but it in a sense you can say that it is since she was my
Your professor's niece.
niece.
Right.
Naturally, I did not know her,
Right.
did
Right.
not meet her, but I was sure in my mind that she is from a good family.
Right. Right.
And when I met her
Hmm.
before the marriage, and I liked her.
Okay.
And
Okay.
when my people asked me, and when they approached me, my parents, I said, okay,
Yes.
for argument's sake, I'm just telling, if suppose this happened and if I did not like what I don't like,
Hmm.
I would have said that no, no, no,
Right. I
I
get
will
it.
not go ahead. No.
Nobody imposed it on you. It
Yeah,
was
no.
finally your decision.
Yes, absolutely. That is the worst thing in my life. Nobody imposed anything on me.
Right.
And I have taken all my decisions myself. My father, my mother, nobody imposed anything on me. And I have grown.
You're very certain. You're very lucky to have
Yes,
that.
absolutely. Absolutely. I always give, if I have to give 100 to out of 100 marks to my parents, it is because of this.
Right.
They never insisted that I should do this thing or that thing. They never insisted I should get married to this person or that person. They never insisted I should have this friend or that friend. Whatever in my life I wanted to do, I have done that. If I have done good, it is my risk. This thing,
So I'll tell you something. You since you said this, one thing came to my mind. I remember, and I shared this on this forum when I was getting married, or when I decided to get married to my now wife Deepa. I remember you telling me one very simple thing, that I will not ask you why do you like her, because you cannot have an answer to that. It is your choice. But do remember one thing: this is your choice, and you have to live with it. If it is successful, the entire credit goes to you. If it does not, the, you also have to take that.
yes,
And I found it extremely fair,
yes,
very very fair. And
yes.
to that, I have my next question, Baba.
Mm.
My next question to you is: you got your marriage, touchwood, was an arranged marriage. It was a very, and it continues to be a very very successful marriage. However, your children, you have me and I have a younger sister. We both decided to choose our partners, and touchwood, we are very very happy in our marriages. Having said so, everybody keeps on talking that mothers have a certain expectation how the daughter-in-law would be, so on and so forth. Today, I ask you, you are a proud father. I know you're a very proud father, especially when it comes to your daughter, and I guess to a certain extent me. Did you have any expectations from our better halves? Did as your son, did you have any expectation what kind of daughter-in-law you'll have, and for that matter, what kind of son-in-law you'll have?
I am very honestly telling you,
Please tell me.
I had no expectation from any both of them,
Okay, okay,
whether it's daughter-in-law or son-in-law. What I
okay.
really wanted was
Hmm,
that my daughter or my son,
hmm.
they should be happy. That's all.
Wonderful.
And in the
Wonderful.
process, if I am unhappy, it doesn't matter. That
Okay.
was my point. And absolutely why I was very clear in my mind that if you are happy or Bonti is happy,
Right.
then it's really not important whether I am happy or not happy.
So
And
now it's been.
let me also
Yeah,
say
please,
that,
please, please, please.
that I'm happy with both.
Okay.
I'm happy with both. That is the whole thing. And not that I was expecting them to be this or that. I never had any expectation.
Right. Right.
And
My last question for the evening, Baba. Thank you so much for the honesty in your answers. My last question is: with so much change that we see around us in all walks of life, do you feel the concept of marriage, the entire concept of marriage, will stand the test of time and it will last for years to come? That's my last question for today.
It has it has lasted for so many years.
Hmm. Hmm.
It is going to last for so many years. It is going to continue for so many years.
Okay.
It is going to continue. Only thing is that the equations might change.
Right.
Equations
Okay.
might change. Circumstances might change.
Right.
Maybe the balance might change.
Right.
Maybe many things will change.
And for the better.
Changing. The world is changing,
And
And
hopefully for the better.
I have done, I have read many things. People have done mathematical modeling on
Okay.
these relationships.
Okay.
They have taken thousands and thousands of data from different kind of people,
Right.
and they have studied their relationship,
Okay.
and they have come to some conclusions also.
Okay.
But they can be guidelines for a successful marriage. But I personally believe mathematical models can't solve your problems.
Right.
So I have done all my life, I have done mathematical modeling and all that. My PhD was on mathematical
Right.
modeling, all
Right.
that.
Right.
But I personally believe after so many years and all that, this is a very individual thing.
Right.
Marriage is such a
Right.
very individual thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And any mathematical model cannot include everything that can possibly impact the marriage. So that is there. I think the most important thing in a marriage is your respect for each other.
Right. Right.
And sometimes, for example, I can't show my respect to your mom all many a times, but that doesn't mean I don't respect her.
Right.
No, it is better if you can show respect, but it is a very individual affair.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
mathematical models can't solve your love equations.
Absolutely.
They are very, very personal things. It might hurt, a very small thing might hurt you.
Right.
It may not hurt someone else.
Absolutely.
And,
Right.
it's very, very important. And more you realize this thing, and again, as a seasoned, after all, I am 45, 46 years now
Right.
married, 45 years. I can tell you that it is really, 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 what can I say? It is really, marriage is such a thing. Don't try to dissect it.
Right.
Like when you are dissecting a frog,
Right. Right.
you might know many things.
Right.
I know many things about the frog, but
Right.
ultimately the frog dies.
Absolutely. Right.
Huh? So
Right.
in your marriage, if you want to understand everything, you're gone. And that
Right.
is why I say mathematical modeling type of things are not useful for marriages.
Wonderful.
Because I really, really want to have
I love that example. I love this example of dissecting a frog. Like you
Yes.
said, many a case, right? That if you're part of a rat race, and even if you've won it, you're still a rat.
Yes.
So I love the anomaly, and I love the logic behind this. Wonderful, Baba. Like I said, today, let us conclude today's call on this uh, note. Thank you so much for being the father who you are, and I've tried to learn a lot from you while not speaking in so many words. But like you said, many things don't need to be told.
Yes.
So thank you for being who you are, and I look forward to these fabulous conversations for the next weekend as well.
Yes.
Thanks.
I
Thanks.
really enjoyed today's topic because I never thought so deeply about these things.
Right. Right.
Sometimes, you take things for granted,
Right.
but you have a thinking mind, no? If you start thinking about them, for example, when I am talking to you, I will start thinking about many things, but I will not try to dissect.
Right. Right.
And I
True.
don't want this frog to die.
Absolutely.
No, that is the
I,
whole.
I love that. I love that way you concluded. Thank you. Thank you for today, Baba. Like I said, I keep on learning from these conversations with you and looking forward to more learning in the coming weeks.
Thank you.
Bye for now.